to stand with his teammate, Tadej Pogaćar, who he helped earlier on in the race. He protected, he looked after, and was there when he launched his attack. He wants to be standing next to him on the podium today.
Yeah, this is a huge ride by Tim Wellens. And the team, I like the way, and I mean, when you've got a Tadej Pogaćar, you can do this, but I like the way they support Tim Wellens' aspirations in a race like this, despite having Tadej Pogaćar, where he's the last super domestique, and that role is crucial but quite short. And then you do the damage. There's hardly anyone left at the front of the race, and then you can sort of regather yourself, get in with the group, and then start to ride your own race while your team leader's well off the front. And you know, Tim Wellens is riding his way onto the podium. It looks like it's going to be a third place. And Pidcock, since being dropped by Tadej Pogaćar, has seemed to settle in a bit better. It went really quickly out to a minute, but now it's staying at or around a minute. And that looks to be our 3 podium place. But Rob, also one of the moments, apart from coming into the square of Siena and the wall of noise that you spoke about, there's also just a plain wall to ride up that last kilometre.
Yes, Via Santa Caterina. 16% gradients, Robbie.
And feels more.
Certainly will after 213 kilometres, won't it? He's got to go under the Fontebrana gate first. Steep enough there. Now then, are we going to get that look to the camera? Is there the realisation, or after what he's been through today, does he still not trust it? He should do at 1 minute and 9 seconds, because with 2 kilometres to go, barring any sort of bizarre incident or accident here, Tadej Pogaćar is going to write another line of history.
Well, we've already had the bizarre incident / accident for Tadej Pogaćar, but I think he's going to be a little bit more subdued. We're not seeing that exuberant sort of celebratory Tadej Pogaćar in the last kilometres, already starting to enjoy the victory simply because he's hurt. And he just doesn't like the way things have panned out for him outside of winning the bike race, which is aim number 1. But he'll be concerned about damage that he's done, what he's got to recover from, and for his image as well. He will just not like that this does not look good.
There will be another line on the roll of honour, though. It's his first one-day race of the season, and even despite what's happened, he's about to win it. And perhaps we should have known it was coming. Losing count.
The Tufts are unscathed. Yeah.
And as you can see, in the men's Strade Bianche, the reigning world champion until now had never won. Approaching 1 kilometre to go. There is the famous gate that sees you enter the city. Just beyond this 1 kilometre to go arch, the Fontebrana gate. The road is about to go uphill. Slovenian supporters are going to be happier than anyone else. They've got the Poggi team jerseys on as Poggi himself rides up into medieval, glorious Siena. In 2022, Pogaćar added this event to his ever-growing list of achievements. Valverde said goodbye to that race in style. Alaphilippe's crash meant that the grey start of the day would not be illuminated by a rainbow. But here, a year after an incredible 109-kilometre solo expedition, an exploit, a work of art in Renaissance country, he is about to win in the rainbow jersey. It was 81 Ks from the line for the record last year. This time he went at 78, but he had company. It's been a different race. Lady Luck has been against him, but now comes this glorious reward. Via Santa Caterina in all of its glory. And even though there are holes in it, the rainbow bands, that famous jersey, about to win the men's Strade Bianche. Robbie, it's been quite the performance.
It's been an incredible performance, and with the adversity of that crash, to get back up, chase back on, and then do what he is doing, this is one phenomenal athlete.
A beaming smile despite those injuries. Battered and bruised. But the world champion is still going to win. Fabian Cancellara, until now, the only man to win this on 3 occasions. But today, Tadej Pogaćar also gets his name set in stone. One final turn. He has the time to celebrate. It's another famous photograph, another ride for the history books. And Tadej Pogaćar arrives in Siena, showing that he wins when he wants. And at this race, particularly today, he wins how he wants. For the 3rd time, Strade Bianche, yet again, belongs to the great Tadej Pogaćar.
Well, Rob, they say dirty faces win races. We're going to have to add cuts, bruises and scrapes as well.
He did it in a different way to he would have imagined. Management, staff, friends and fans there to greet him. And he's beaten a superstar as well. Let's not forget the role that Tom Pidcock played today. Gentlemanly conduct to wait after Pogaćar's incident. He wanted a fair fight. He got it, but he was downed by Pogaćar. It's worth saying that this is Tom Pidcock's perfect bike race, isn't it, Strade Bianche? He's won it once. You imagine that if he maintains this sort of form, he'll win it again. He, however, has pulled off a result that his team, his new team, will remember forever. This is a huge step forward for Q36.5.
This is a massive ride by Tom Pidcock. And let's face it, without a generational talent like Tadej Pogaćar, this would have been a winning ride in so many editions of this race. Tom Pidcock has stood tall, he's stood up, and he has justified everything he's done, what his career is concerned, coming into this race. This is a massive ride.
Great Britain's Tom Pidcock, 2nd at Strade Bianche. The man who beat him, I'm sure, is about to greet him. Pogaćar, Pidcock. 2 heroes.